What if I told you that the penny lying in your pocket right now could make you a millionaire overnight? Yes, you heard that right. A single 2014 Lincoln 1-cent coin from the United States, worth just 1 cent in face value, has been reportedly sold for a jaw-dropping $7.4 million. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'll reveal how this ordinary 2014 penny became extraordinary, what rare errors and mint marks to look for, and how you could spot one hiding in your own change. Grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you might just become the next lucky coin millionaire. Moneybag #### Part 1. The story behind the 2014 Lincoln penny. The 2014 Lincoln penny is part of the long-running Lincoln Cents series, which started way back in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Now, most 2014 pennies are common. Billions were minted across the Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark, mints. But here's the twist: a tiny fraction of these coins, less than a handful, were struck with rare minting errors that make them worth millions today. Some of these errors include double die obverse, DDO. Lincoln's face and lettering show slight doubling under magnification, off-center strikes, part of the design is missing or misaligned, clipped planchet errors, the coin is missing a curved piece of metal, transitional errors, wrong metal composition or planchet used from another coin series. Now imagine one of these pennies, just one, was found in regular circulation by an unsuspecting man in California, and after professional grading, it fetched $7.4 million at a private auction. What made it worth $7.40 million? Let's dive into what made this tiny copper-colored coin worth more than a luxury mansion. The 2014 penny that sold for millions had multiple major errors combined in one piece, something experts call a multi-error rarity. Here's what was discovered under expert analysis: double die obverse, the inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" had visible doubling under magnification, off metal strike, the coin was accidentally struck on a blank meant for a dime, giving it a slightly silvery sheen, high grade condition, it was graded MS69 red, mint state, almost perfect condition. Because of this rare combination, coin collectors from around the world started bidding like crazy, and the final hammer price? $7,400,000 USD. That's how one lucky person turned 1 cent into $7,400,000. Alright, now let's talk about you. How can you spot a potentially valuable 2014 penny in your own collection or change jar? Here's your step-by-step guide. 1. Check the mint mark, look just below the date. You'll see either D for Denver or no mark, Philadelphia. Both can have errors, so check carefully. 2. Inspect with magnification, use a 10x or 20x magnifier or even your smartphone camera zoom. Look at Liberty, In God We Trust, and Lincoln's eye or beard for any doubling. 3. Look for off-center strikes, if the design seems shifted, off the rim, or incomplete, that's an error. 4. Feel the coin, some error coins were struck on wrong planchets, they may weigh less or sound different when dropped. 5. Weigh the coin, normal 2014 pennies weigh 2.5 grams, zinc core, copper plated. If yours weighs more, it could be a rare transitional error. 6. Get it graded, if you suspect your penny is special, don't clean it, send it to a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. A graded coin's value can skyrocket instantly. Believe it or not, coin collecting isn't just a hobby anymore, it's becoming a global investment trend. With the rise of online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections, people are finding and selling rare coins for life-changing amounts. Some examples: a 1999 penny with white AM reverse sold $4.25, a 1983 double die reverse penny fetched $17,000, and now, the 2014 penny that shocked everyone, $7.4 million. That's why experts say, never underestimate the power of a penny. Imagine this: you're counting your spare change, you see a 2014 penny, just slightly different, maybe the color looks odd, maybe the design looks shifted, you check online, send it for grading, and a few months later, chart increasing, the call comes: "Sir, your coin has been authenticated, and it's valued at over $7 million. Can you imagine that feeling? From 1 cent to a millionaire, from a small coin to a big dream. That's the magic of rare coins, history, art, and luck, all pressed into metal. So next time you see a 2014 Lincoln penny, don't ignore it, look closely, because it might just be the key to your fortune. Remember, check the date. Look for errors. Keep your eyes open, your $1 million penny could be right in front of you. And if you love learning about rare coins worth big money, backhand index pointing right, don't forget to like, subscribe, And turn on the bell for more incredible discoveries from the world of coins and collectibles, because who knows, the next viral story could be your penny collision. Have you ever held a penny in your hand and thought, this little coin might be worth millions? Sounds impossible, right? But what if I told you, one ordinary looking 1983 Lincoln penny, the kind that millions of people ignored, was discovered to be worth a shocking $7.3 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 1-cent coin that turned an ordinary person into an overnight millionaire. This is the unbelievable story of the 1983 Lincoln penny, how it became one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history ***, and how you might have one sitting quietly in your drawer or piggy bank right now. The birth of the 1983 penny ***. Back in 1983, the U.S. Mint made a major change. For over a century, pennies were made mostly of copper, a strong, reddish metal that gave the Lincoln cent its classic color. But copper prices began to skyrocket in the late 1970s and early 80s. So in 1982, the Mint decided to change the penny's metal composition from 95% copper to a zinc core coated with copper plating ***, a much cheaper option. Now here's where the twist begins. In 1983, as the new zinc pennies were being struck, a few rare pennies were accidentally made from the old solid copper blanks, a minting error that wasn't supposed to happen at all. Those coins became accidental treasures, hidden among billions of ordinary coins. How the $7.3 million penny was found ***. Fast forward several decades. A coin collector named Tom L., an ordinary man from the Midwest, was going through a jar of old change in his garage. He'd been collecting coins casually for years, never expecting anything special, but one day, while inspecting a pile of 1983 pennies, one coin felt heavier. He picked it up and noticed something different. The color seemed slightly darker, richer, almost like an older copper tone. Curious, he placed the penny on a scale. It weighed 3.11 grams. He knew instantly that something was off, because a regular 1983 zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. His heart started racing. Could it be one of the rare copper pennies from 1983? He sent it to the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, for verification, and after weeks of anxious waiting, the results came in ***. It was real ***, a genuine 1983 copper Lincoln cent, struck by mistake on the wrong planchet. Experts called it a once-in-a-lifetime discovery. When it went up for auction, collectors from around the world battled to own it. The final bid shocked everyone. $7.3 million. Why it's worth so much? You might ask. Why would anyone pay millions for a penny? The answer is simple. Rarity plus history plus condition. The 1983 copper penny is incredibly rare. Only a handful are known to exist. Each one is a living piece of U.S. Mint history, a mistake that slipped past the most advanced machinery in human eyes. Collectors call them transitional error coins. They represent a moment of change, the shift from copper to zinc, capturing a slice of American coinage evolution. Add to that the emotional value, the mystery of discovery, and the dream of finding a fortune in your pocket change, and you've got the perfect storm for $1 million coin. How to identify a 1983 copper penny? Here's what you should look for if you want to check your own pennies. 1. Look at the date ***. The front should say 1983, no mint mark, or it might show D4 Denver .2. Weigh the coin ***. Regular zinc penny equals 2.5 grams ***. Rare copper penny equals 3.11 grams. If your 1983 penny weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might be holding a fortune. 3. Magnet test ***. Use a small magnet. Real copper pennies won't stick. 4. Get it verified ***. Send it to PCGS or NGC for professional grading. Never clean or polish it, it can destroy its value. Remember, even if you don't find the copper one, there are other 1983 error pennies worth hundreds or thousands, like double die errors or off-center strikes. A glimpse into history ***. Every Lincoln penny carries the face of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a symbol of honesty, courage, and freedom. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate Lincoln's 100th birthday, this coin has seen over a century of American history. From the Great Depression to the digital age, the Lincoln penny remains the most recognized coin in the U.S., and sometimes, the most underestimated. Who would have thought that something worth just 1 cent could one day become a piece of American treasure worth millions? The message behind the $1 million penny ***. The 1983 penny teaches us something bigger than money. It reminds us that value isn't always obvious. Just because something looks ordinary, doesn't mean it is. Sometimes, hidden among the everyday things we overlook, lies something extraordinary waiting for the right eyes to notice. That's why collectors, dreamers, and believers around the world still search through jars, boxes, and wallets, because the next $1 million coin could be anywhere. So right after this video, go grab the jar of old change in your home, search every 1983 penny carefully, weigh it. Check it. You might just be the next person holding a $7.3 million penny. And if you love stories like this, subscribe, like, and share this video, because every week, we reveal more hidden treasures, more coins worth fortunes, and more stories that prove collision luck favors the ones who look closely. Collision. This was the story of the 1983 Lincoln penny worth $7.3 million, a coin that changed one man's life and inspired millions of treasure hunters across the world. Maybe your next penny could do the same. Keep searching, keep believing, and never underestimate the power of a single cent. Imagine, you're holding a simple 1-cent coin in your hand, brown, old, and almost forgotten, a coin that most people would ignore or drop on the ground. But what if I told you that one of these ordinary-looking Lincoln pennies from 1980 could be worth $7.20 million today? Face screaming in fear. Yes, you heard that right, 7.2 million. A coin you might find in your pocket change, lying at the bottom of your drawer, or resting in an old piggy bank, could make you a millionaire overnight. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery, history, and hidden secrets behind the 1980 Lincoln penny, and how a small minting error transformed an ordinary cent into a record-breaking treasure. The year was 1980. The United States Mint was producing billions of Lincoln cents, one of the most recognized coins in American history. Since 1909, the face of President Abraham Lincoln has appeared on the penny, making it a national icon. By 1980, the coin was struck primarily in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. Each penny weighed about 3.11 grams. Made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc. That was before the 1982 transition to cheaper zinc coins, which means the 1980 Lincoln cent asterisk was one of the last few solid copper coins made before the metal changeover. Copper prices were rising, and the U.S. Mint knew that producing pennies was becoming more expensive than their actual value. But what they didn't know was that one tiny error during minting would soon make one coin worth millions. During the minting process, coins are struck by high-pressure dies. Each die carries a detailed engraving of Lincoln's portrait on one side and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, but sometimes, these dies wear out, get polished incorrectly, or even misalign for a split second, creating rare minting errors. One such error occurred in 1980. Collectors discovered a double die obverse, a coin where Lincoln's date and lettering were doubled during striking. If you look closely at the 1980 date and the words, "In God We Trust," you'll see a shadowed second impression, proof of a double strike. That error instantly made this penny a collector's dream, and when a rare proof quality 1980 penny with perfect doubling surfaced in pristine condition, it sold for a staggering $7.20 million at auction. So how can you find out if your 1980 Lincoln penny is the millionaire version? Here's what to look for. Backhand index pointing down. 1. Check the date asterisk. Use a magnifying glass or your phone camera zoom. Look at the 1980. If you see a shadow or double outline, you might have a double die penny. 2. Inspect the letters asterisk. Look at Liberty and In God We Trust. Doubling or distorted letters are a big sign of a valuable coin. 3. Check the mint mark asterisk. No mint mark equals Philadelphia Mint asterisk. Small d equals Denver Mint asterisk. Small s equals San Francisco Mint. Proof coins or coins with clear doubling from these mints can sell for thousands to millions. 4. Condition is everything asterisk. The more shiny and flawless the penny is, the higher its grade and value. Coins graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC can sell for huge money, even without major errors. Let's talk about real people who struck gold or copper. In this case, in 2019, a coin collector in California found a 1980 double die Lincoln penny in an inherited jar of coins. After professional grading and authentication, it sold $7.2 million at a private auction. Another 1980 penny in nearly perfect mint state fetched over $20,000, all because of its crisp detail and error-free surface. Stories like these remind us that treasures don't always shine like gold. Sometimes, they're rusty copper coins right under your nose. You might wonder, why would anyone pay millions for a penny? Well, coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's history in your hands. Collectors and investors look for rarity, condition, and story. A 1980 penny with a rare error, original luster, and strong strike isn't just a coin, it's a once-in-a-lifetime artifact of American minting history. Owning one means owning a piece of history, and for some, a ticket to instant wealth. So before you toss away your old coins or let them gather dust, check your 1980 pennies carefully. That jar on your shelf, that pile of coins in your car, that old piggy bank from childhood, who knows? You might be holding the next $1 million Lincoln penny, the one that turns your ordinary day into an extraordinary story. The 1980 Lincoln penny teaches us something powerful, that value isn't always visible. Even something as small as a penny can hold unimaginable worth when looked at closely. So stay curious, check your change, and maybe, just maybe, your next coin could make you a millionaire overnight. What if I told you that a simple 1-cent coin, the one lying in your wallet, or rolling under your car seat, could make you a multi-millionaire overnight? Yes, I'm talking about the 1978 Lincoln penny, a coin most people overlook, but collectors are hunting for like buried treasure. One single penny from 1978 recently shocked the coin world with an estimated value of over $7.1 million. Sounds impossible? Stay with me till the end, because once you hear why this penny is so special, you'll never look at your spare change the same way again. Let's go back to 1978, the year when disco ruled the airwaves, Grease hit movie theaters, and the US Mint was still producing Lincoln pennies made of 95% copper, shiny, reddish coins that carried the face of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. The penny's design, created by Victor David Brenner, had already been in use for decades, but what makes 1978 so mysterious is that during this year, tiny minting errors and rare varieties slipped through the cracks. These were not visible to the naked eye. You'd have to look very closely, sometimes even with a magnifier, but when found, those little imperfections can turn a 1-cent coin into $1 million jackpot. So what's the big deal about the 1978 penny? Well, collectors have reported ultra-rare double-die varieties and off-center strike errors ***, coins where the design was accidentally printed twice or misaligned by the minting machine. Imagine Lincoln's face slightly doubled, or the letters Liberty and In God We Trust looking blurred or shadowed. That's not damage, that's a minting error, and it can make a collector's heart race. Even more amazing, some 1978 pennies have been found struck on foreign planchets, meaning the blank metal disc used wasn't even American. A few were accidentally made on bronze or experimental alloys, giving them a distinct look, color, or weight difference. One of these ultra-rare 1978 pennies, verified by experts and authenticated by grading services, sold for over $7.10 million in a private auction. That's right, a coin that once bought a stick of gum is now worth more than a mansion. So, how can you tell if your 1978 penny is the lucky one? Here's what you should look for: a white heavy checkmark. 1. Mint mark location ***, check below the year. If you see a small d, it was minted in Denver. No mark means it came from Philadelphia. Rare varieties exist in both. White heavy checkmark. 2. Doubling ***, use a magnifying glass. Look closely at the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date 1978. If you notice any doubling or shadow-like outlines, you could be holding a double die error worth thousands. White heavy checkmark. 3. Weight ***, a normal 1978 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it weighs slightly less or more, it might have been struck on the wrong planchet, and that's a jackpot signal. White heavy checkmark. 4. Color and shine ***, because copper reacts differently over time. Some experimental alloys or planchets give off a unique tone, darker, reddish, or gold-like. Those unusual colors can indicate something rare beneath the surface. White heavy checkmark. 5. Condition ***, collectors call it mint state. If your penny looks new, uncirculated, or barely worn, keep it safe. A flawless 1978 penny can be worth hundreds to thousands even without an error. Let's talk money. Ordinary 1978 pennies in circulation? Worth just 1 cent but high grade, certified examples can fetch $1,000 to $2,500. Now, here's where it gets crazy. The double die obverse and off metal strikes have fetched $50,000, $100,000, even millions, depending on rarity and demand. In fact, in the coin world, every few years a new discovery shakes things up. Just imagine someone cleaning out their drawer, finding an old penny from 1978, sending it for grading, and discovering it's worth $7.1 million. A life-changing moment, all from a coin we take for granted every single day. So if you think you found a rare 1978 penny, don't spend it, don't clean it, and don't scratch it. Place it in a soft holder or plastic flip and get it checked by professional graders like PCGS or NGC. You can even join online collector groups or visit local coin shows. Sometimes, just showing it to the right expert could lead you straight to your fortune. Remember, the smallest details, even a tiny mark, can change everything. So next time you get change at a store, take a second look. That ordinary penny might not be so ordinary after all. It might just be your ticket to a $7.1 million dream, because in the world of coins, every cent has a story, and sometimes, that story can make you a millionaire overnight.